I can't do that on this side. Can I do it on this side?
Like land and walk. Is Ronnie's outfit that he was gonna wear? It was like a nice white shirt, you know. Is it like covered in blood and everything else from like the last few times that we've been fighting?
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
Ronnie kind of like goes, "Oh shit, this was my best shirt.
Yeah.
I was gonna try and like make myself look nice and everything. Now I gotta switch back into like my black one." And Ronnie will like take that one out before getting off the dragon, and he'll kind of like get his black shirt on, the long sleeve, but he'll still leave his pirate's jacket inside of his hat. Or well, I guess he couldn't, so it'd be in his regular backpack.
Okay.
But
Bag of holding.
yeah, well,
Is that
I
magical?
can't because it's a regular item. Yeah, it just spit out my jacket. But he'll put it in his backpack. He's also going to hide all of his guns and blades, except for maybe pistol. I guess he'll keep the wrath on him, and he'll try to like hide it in his like back part of himself, like kind of like do that cowboy belt thing where he'll just kind of like stick it in his back behind him. But all of his other weapons are hidden. Maybe a dagger in his sleeve too. But other than that, yeah, he'll kind of like come open. Like I imagine that we arrive at the tavern. He's gonna kind of go in. Hold on a second, guys.
Yeah, and as you are all stepping into this tavern, it seems like a rustic locale. It does have ornaments, and while there seems to be a gathering of dust in some of the corners, there is an attempt to spruce this place up, at least in the manner of equipment of the seating here. Most of it probably new age style. It is also brand new from what you can tell, almost barely sat on, barely used. There seems to be a bit of activity going on in here, but it's very sparse. There are just several folk walking around. Most of them seem to be part of the employees here, but there is one individual drinking in the bar up there, and there is an attendant waiting in front. What do you guys do?
Does Ronnie recognize the attendant up front? Is that like a family droid or something?
Yeah, that's Gina.
What is the name? I'm sorry.
Gina. You would know them as
Gina?
GX6, but for everyone else, they call him Gina.
Ronnie will kind of go up to the front counter. Gina, it's Ronnie. Remember me?
They take a beat, almost as if they're processing stuff. You see literal letters and numbers sort of fly out like real fast as it scans you in front of their face, their optical screen. And they sort of say, Ronnie, great to see you again. Are you here to see your sister?
Yeah, both of them.
Your mom is away with a task being done within the city, but your sister should be home in about an hour or two, I think. She should have been here already, but I assume that something has backtracked her.
Did they say where they were heading?
They would know. They would say they're headed towards.
Hold on a second, guys.
Yeah, Colin, you're bleeding through. But what would they say? Oh, okay. Yeah, what do all of the rest of you do as Gina's responding?
Arthur kind of like starts scanning the room for hostiles or anyone seems suspicious?
No, it's pretty much empty. There's this individual here. One person eventually walks up and then goes to the back of the bar.
Bjorn will kind
Arthur's-
of take his little turtle, or his wyvern turtle thing, and kind of like tuck it up underneath the bear pelt. It's over his shoulder.
Yeah.
And he'll just kind of like lean his head against it, almost in like that, like tender, loving way, and just be like, Shh.
Okay.
Kind of go join Arthur.
All right. The bartender, this individual who was definitely packing heat, she looks to you and she says, "What could I get for you fellas?"
Oh, I'm not drinking, but my friend probably would be.
Gina, just give them the best. Give them all the fine berry ales that they can handle.
No, that's not Gina asking them. Gina tells you that your sister is looking for she's picking up new cattle. Apparently your mom's last payday was excessive, and thus they were able to procure new cattle. Effectively, they're gonna graze around for a bit, plump them up, and then cut them up to feed people.
What about the debt?
That's been covered, apparently. Gina will tell you. The current job your mother is at right now, I haven't heard from her. She said she's a day late for our last conversation, but she has been telling me that this new employer has been working her to the bone, she says.
New employer. Suspicious.
Back to Raquel, who's asking people their drinks. Because again, you'd only really stop to talk to Gina if you're like trying to get a room or something like that. Anybody else would just walk in, kind of situation. But I imagine Ronny is stopped in front of Gina to probably get some deets for sure. But Carzer, feel free to sit where you would. This individual says, "Well, yeah, I have ale for like 5 copper. I have harder drinks for like a silver. Really." I don't know. What do you guys need something?
What's your best whiskey you have?
Best whiskey I have is called She kind of goes around to the whiskeys and she grabs a bottle that's golden. She holds it to the side and then she grabs a different bottle that's onyx. She puts back the onyx one and she says, "Yeah, I think Golden Trap will be best for you, really." And she pours you a cup, a little half the shot glass, and she says, "Would you like to try it?"
Sure.
Yeah. So she gives that to you
So
for
part-
free, you to taste.
Is it a nice taste?
It is a very smooth whiskey. It's very good.
Well, as long as we're in the market, let's all have one. What do you say, gents?
How much would it cost? He kind of looked at the bartender.
This one's 2 silver.
Yep, I'll pay it.
Okay. For everybody.
I'll give her 2 gold.
Oh. Okay. She takes the 2 gold. She pours you a couple glasses. You guys have 3 glasses in front of you, at least.
Bjorn will
with
look at her
this
and go,
drink.
Arthur just edges his drink towards Bjorn.
Okay, more for Bjorn.
Bjorn will look at Arthur and like slap him on the back and be like, "Ah, I knew. Yeah, you know." And then he'll kind of look at the bartender as he goes to take a drink. He goes, "Just put the bottle down. We'll need it."
For sure, it's yours. Like she does put the bottle down in front of Carzer, but she stays close enough to be attentive if you guys need something.
And Bjorn will ask, he goes, what do you have for meats?
We're a little low. I do have Brahim steak right now if you want. It's a little on the tender side. No, the other side. It's rough. It's a little on the rough side. But when the maiden of the house arrives, we should have an appropriate amount of better meat for sure. Would you like the Brahim steak? If anybody understands what I'm saying, Brahim steak is definitely from the Fallout universe, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that one. I knew I recognized the word.
Ramen steak?
Sure, ramen steak. Brahim.
Uh-huh.
Bjorn will kind of lean back in his chair and look at Ronnie like, is that any good?
Oh,
Ronnie's all the way out
they're
here.
all pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah, unless Ronnie's done
Ronnie
talking
knows
to
all the
Gina.
employees, right?
I'm sorry? Yeah, you do.
Ronnie would know all the employees.
You don't know this one.
Okay. I don't see anybody over there, but let me look. I need to pan Ronnie real fast.
Oh.
I guess,
Okay,
well...
so that's a new face. But
Yeah.
Ronnie will, yeah, I guess he's still by Gina.
Yeah. Would
And
there be
then
anything
Bjorn,
else?
he kind of goes, Ronnie.
Yeah, hold on,
One
Bjorn.
second.
So yeah, what do you ask Gina? What do you need from her?
But she said that both Sonia and Mom are away.
Yep.
So, and that they've been gone for probably longer than what they said they would be.
Your mom has. Sonia being gone for this long, your sister being gone for this long is not too big of a deal. Moving cattle sometimes is annoying. The ship that you guys have isn't great. Just imagine like an oversized truck that hovers. Like,
Okay.
you want to drive slow with your cattle because something happens to them. You're basically dumping 100 gold for no reason on the ground.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, the cattle, is that something that Ronnie's family always did, or is this something new?
No, yeah, that's commonplace. Just generally you'd get one. This sounds like you're getting more because the payday must have been that good.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very good to Ronnie, or at least it's sounding fishy. Gina, has Mom been working with that noble still all this time?
Yes, just for the couple of days. Again, if I had the capabilities of contacting her myself, I would. But since my flux light, the light flux that she picked up for this, she sort of taps at like the desk that she's on for the position. Really, it's more for answering calls. We can't make them, you know. Not that we really need too much. It's not in season to be around here in these parts right now, but this light flux doesn't stop ringing when it's summertime, you know. This is new to you. You didn't know that they had procured a light flux. They're pretty expensive, but more commonplace now since there's so many more better ones coming out. The older ones, there's shops that are like desperate to get rid of them, discounting them and all that.
Arthur looks at Ronnie and telepathically reminds him of the scrolls.
Yeah, you guys have scrolls.
Ronnie will kind of like look over at Arthur and wave. I guess we'll just wait here for now. If possible, let the guys just get whatever they want on tab. I'll talk to Mom. She'll be happy to see me. She'll probably let us have it all for free.
You guys are paying
And
for
if
nothing.
not,
I just realized that.
You know, don't worry, I can cover a tab probably.
This is Mom's bar. it's covered.
Yeah.
In fact, you
worry
get your
about it.
2 gold back, Carzer, once she realizes who you are involved with, who's connected to the party. But
Okay.
Hiero does say to all of you, specifically looking at Arthur when she says this, she says, "Okay, so I'm gonna go to the city now. Did you want me to tell Zeit that you're around? Do you want to go visit her? Do you want me to send a ship over to pick you up or something? I don't know."
I think a
Bjorn's at the
ship
bar.
being sent would be great. I mean, we don't want to keep you held down all this time, but maybe we can try and work out a way to have you on speed dial in an emergency.
Oh, here, have this. She hands you the light flux that she stole.
Thanks. We'll use it if we need to.
Yeah, I think this is one of the newer models. You probably send a message to one person a day. Luckily they didn't use it, right? She hands it to you. But she does look to Arthur. So do I tell Zeit that you're here, or should I just mind my business?
It would be in our best interest that Arthur kind of like looks at her and telepathically tells her, if you know the court, then you know that then you'll be well aware that the court prefers their business private.
She does a double take and then looks to both of you and says, out loud, so definitely heard your voice in my head. And then you're
Nice
talking about
trick, eh?
things that maybe you should use that ability with. Are you talking about like and she's trying to skip around the conversation, not saying the word Court of Horns or anything related to it. And she does say, maybe the individuals in port, the higher ups.
Mutual friends.
Yes.
Let's just call
Okay.
them that.
Interesting. Wow, you guys are them? Oh, I'm so glad I didn't kill you then. Holy shit. That would have been rough. Okay.
Yeah, it would be quite bad if it did.
Great. No problem. Now that I know what you're really in, it makes a whole lot of sense now. You know, you have in Zeit's armor, and then you all looking the way you looked. Your business is your business. I won't tell Zeit about anything. You do what you have to. You contact me if you need me for any other weird worldly threats, I guess. Or if you ever want to ambush Emperor Alum, that would always be great. Of course, don't tell him that I'm on your side. And then she walks out nervously.
Arthur telepathically tells her, "I won't tell a soul, my friend."
She turns around and nods, and then walks 10 minutes away to turn into a dragon, and then flies away. Very nice. What do you guys do?
Ronny will use the cube, and he will try to make a call to Sonia.
Okay. You may send a sending for free with this device every day. So every 24 hours, restarts. It resets at dawn. But yeah, you contact Sonia. What do you want to say? 25 words.
Hey sis, I'm back home. If you want to grab Mom, I've got some good news. Hopefully you guys have news for me. It seems like the place is going well. And he'll leave it at that.
Okay. She responds, Ronny? Wow. I didn't know we updated our light flux. Okay, yes, I'll be home in about 20 minutes. Maybe 30 minutes. But yeah, I'll see you in a bit if you're here. Mom, well, she's Mom, you know. We'll talk. That's what she says. Yeah, you guys have the run of this place. Carzer, I don't know if you heard me, but you do get your 2 gold back once Ronnie makes it out here and everything is realized.
Yep, I got it.
Where you're from. This individual you know as Raquel, Ronnie. And Raquel, she was younger when she started working here. Probably, I would say, maybe a little too enamored with your whole situation, the whole bad boy style that you had. As you sort of come in, her cheeks go red. She turns her way, and then she turns back, and she's like, "Oh, Ronnie, good to see you again. What are you doing around these parts?" Kind of nervously.
Ronnie will grin and just go, "Oh, making my way back around. Gotta get my family time in. It's good to see you." And he'll give her kind of a wink.
Yeah. Do you want a drink? Are these your friends? And then that's when, obviously, he's clued in. Carzer gets his gold, and yeah.
And Bjorn will look at Ronnie and go, "Hey, this steak thing, any good?"
Real good, especially if you put the gravy on it. It's me.
Yeah. I'll see if I can get the better cuts for you and your friends. Just give me a minute. She goes to the back for a long time, and then comes back eventually with a bunch of plates, and she just throws them down. Anybody who eats this plate will take poison damage. But she does put him down. It's just 1 poison damage, but it does taste fucking good.
Bjorn will kind of look at Ronnie and go, "You first. I had a sandwich and it fucking made me puke."
Yeah, Ronnie eats it.
Yeah,
It's
you take 1
normal
point of
for him.
damage. It's a good meal. It's worth the 1 point.
Yeah.
Like Bjorn is honestly staring at Ronnie like, "You gonna puke?"
No, it's delicious. Just because it
Bjorn will
hurts you
like,
later does not mean it
stick
hurts
it
you
in
right
his
now.
mouth.
It's kind of like when you eat pufferfish, man. It's like, it's always a risk to eat it, but it's supposedly like the best food you can ever have.
I don't know. Pufferfish will kill you if you fuck it up, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, right?
It's
Like-
rough.
Bjorn will cut a piece off and like staring at Ronnie will stick it in his mouth and pull the fork out and look at Ronnie like, "Okay," and start chewing like very slowly, just staring at Ronnie.
Make insight checks, everybody.
Ronnie's in on it.
Oh,
No.
shit.
Oh, you guys are rolling low. Oh, Ronnie picked it up. You're seeing Raquel sort of give Bjorn an eye when he's doing that, when he's feeding Ronnie. Like, that's not your place.
Oh no, bro!
But-
Like he's eating it himself, but he's staring at Ronnie like, "I don't trust
Oh,
this."
okay. I heard that wrong then. I heard something completely wrong. Yeah, but you guys have to run into place. We could skip to where Sonia shows up.
So Carzer's tail is always
Mhm.
either around his neck when he's not fighting or above his head when he is. And so he is walking towards Bjorn with his tail dragging the floor uncharacteristically after drinking all that whiskey.
Bjorn just kind of looks at him and goes, "You get limp dick? What happened?"
Oh, it'll pick up. Hang on. And he reaches back behind and like whips his tail like a whip, and immediately it curls back up around his neck.
And Bjorn was
He'll
just pull
grin
another.
and look at Bjorn and go, Usually it'll help if you stimulate it.
Sorry, what happened? I was a bit out.
Raquel was blushing.
Bjorn will kind of look at Ronnie, pat him on the shoulder, and in mid pat, will lean over and smack Carzer's tail and be like, "Did it work?"
Ow, ow, ow. By the gods, ow.
Not your tail, Carzer's tail.
Oh, Carzer, sorry.
Yes. Your tail doesn't have limp dick right now. You're good. That's all that has happened so far. People got
I
drunk.
forgot that. Oh, I forgot. Dragonborn tails don't have bones.
Wait. Are you guys in a new planet? Everyone roll a D100.
Oh yeah, D100, let's go.
You gonna go to a no planet and not roll D100s? Let's see.
Gee.
Luckily I get to pick. I get to pick the number. Okay. I like 15. I like 12. Cause that one's chaotic as fuck. It'll ruin your campaign. 79. Okay, so I feel like oh, we were already in space. I missed it. Fuck. What about Ronnie? Can you roll D100?
Yeah, hold on.
I think I'll go with
I
12
just
maybe.
avoid
No, 15 probably.
57.
57. Let's see where it's at. I like 57. Roll me a D20.
Everybody?
Yeah. No, just Ronnie, I guess, right now. 6. Okay.
Arthur.
For 6 hours. Since you guys walked in here, how do I play this? How do I play this happening right now? Yeah. Everyone's talking about like Carzer's tail. The laughing has sort of died down. Raquel probably went to the back, get you guys some more finger food, probably just to placate your hanging around and barring of this place, I guess. Is that the,
Oh no,
the
Arthur's
word?
doing none of that. Arthur's doing none of
Um,
that. He's just sitting in a corner watching those three be.
Okay, no problem.
Actually, he's heading to the table by the door to simply look, see if anyone's in there. As you know, actually suspicious.
No, I mean, again, the space is empty. You have to run the place, and all 4 of you, as you were just traveling through space, randomly. So does Hierro. All of you have all of your combat features and all of that still work 100%, but you're an inanimate object. So, which inanimate object are you, Bjorn?
A fucking chair.
You're a chair. I figured someone was going to be a chair. Carzer, do you want to be something that's not a chair?
Yeah, I want to be a guitar.
You're floating guitar. I love it. Ronnie, you're an inanimate object. Which one?
Wait, we just got turned to inanimate objects?
Yeah,
Yes.
cosmic occurrence. That's what happens when you travel through space. Sometimes.
Dude. Are we dead now?
For 6 minutes, just for 6 minutes. You're an inanimate object for 6 minutes. You could pick your inanimate object. Arthur, do you want to be something specific?
Could I be a statue?
No.
Shoot. I thought I could just be a stone statue myself for 6 minutes.
I know that's what you want, but no.
Ronnie actually turns into his rocket board.
Pre-update or after update?
After update.
It's a lot uglier.
That's fine.
Okay. Raquel reels back at that. She did not care about the chair. She didn't care about the guitar. But seeing that, she's put off. Arthur, what do you become?
He becomes a. I would like to say just a lump of clay.
That's not an inanimate object.
Oh, a bar stool.
Bar stool. So we have chair, bar stool, guitar, and rocket jet board. Gotcha. So all of you are that for about 6 minutes. Raquel being really quiet, and all of you acting as if this is normal. After 6 minutes pass by and you sort of all blip back to your original spots, probably on the ground, you sort of all realize that you were not yourself for a moment. Like, I imagine a guitar and a chair talking to each other, like turning to see themselves. And all you hear is like scratches of wood. And then all you hear is the flicking of a guitar. And no one else understands but the four of you. But it eventually fades. What did Yero turn into?
A match.
A match? Just a match by itself?
Yep.
Simple match. Gotcha. Floating match, flying nearly 100 miles an hour, not faster, towards Eien. Okay, gotcha. So what do you guys do after this? You can wait for Sonia to arrive, which will literally be in like 5 minutes because of how long you've been spending here. But it's up to you guys, really.
The guy sitting next to Bjorn.
Carzer, you're being
Bjorn's
through. I'm sorry?
Bjorn's gonna kind of look at him, and Bjorn at this point, I'm assuming, is probably drunk.
Sure.
And he's gonna look at him and go, "You fist fight?"
They don't change their facial expression in any way, shape, or form. But the moment you interact with them at all, they sort of straighten up their back. They look to you and they say, "How can I help you? I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention, really. Did you ask me something?"
Bjorn will go, "Do you fight?"
Yes. I'm the muscle of this area. Why? Are you looking to cause trouble?
No, I just wanted to test your strength.
She turns to Raquel. Raquel sort of gives him like a shrug, and the robotic individual turns to you and says, "It seems that it's a quiet day. If you wish, we could take this outside, or Raquel says you could use the fighting pit, or we could use the fighting pit. Let's do
Bjorn
that."
stands up, excited, and goes, "Fighting pit?"
Oh dear.
Yeah. It's where you take some of your those creatures that you find sometimes in Eien, and she pulls out like a little. It looks like a. How would I say? Webs formed into a ball, and they're just like holding it up, very tiny thing. It explodes to be slightly bigger, to fit most of their hand, and they're just sort of ready to toss it, but they don't throw it anywhere. They're sort of just bouncing it up and down in their hands, and they say, "Yeah. So if you capture any creatures that you find out there, and if you have the appropriate material, you could sort of bind them, and then use them, and it's become sort of an up and coming sort of, how would I say?" See, now I'm thinking gimmick me myself, but I believe it'd be a trend that she says. She says a trend.
Did you
It's a new
just
trend.
describe fucking Pokemon?
Yes.
Yeah. Ronnie goes and looks at her, or like turns around the corner and just kind of goes, Catching monsters. That has to be the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Then Bjorn will look at
Arthur-
Ronnie and go, I'm gonna fight this one. Fists. Battle Arena. You wanna watch?
Arthur
I'm
just
just gonna
looks at
kinda
that
wait.
too. He's like, I've heard dumber things.
Have fun, Bjorn. I'm gonna wait here.
I'm gonna wait here as backup.
Ronnie
Okay.
just kind of like is pacing, or has been pacing probably for like the last 20 minutes. Like you can tell he's kind of nervous about seeing his family again. It's been probably almost a year, if not a year, since he's been home.
Yeah.
Nervous? Arthur asks Ronnie.
No, I'm excited.
The
It's
pacing
obvious,
and
lie.
the pacing and the nail chewing says otherwise.
Ronnie will kind of like quickly get his hand out of his mouth. It's just, you know,
Hey, I get it. Haven't seen family in a while, and you're getting nervous of how they see you now.
yeah,
Sorry, continue.
I've been really careful about, I guess about what gets back over this way, or at least I try to be. But, you just never know. Word travels fast in this system. People have surely saw me. I just don't know what they'll feel about it. But, at least until they know, I know they know, I'm not really gonna say much about it.
Okay.
So Bjorn goes and joins this individual that you learn their name is Oni or 67th Oni, depending on how you decide to really call them. They eventually take you down to the fighting pits, Bjorn. You see that it is very... it's not sized for people to fight. It's sized for like smaller creatures to fight, for sure, 100%, which you can assume is what they do here. And as you sort of go blow to blow, roll me a D100, see who wins.
Oh god.
You have to roll higher than... Okay, yeah, you rolled higher than the number I was gonna say. But after the fight, as you come the victor, she says, now if you're looking for a good fight, you should fight Sin, the bearer of the power claw. He'll put some marks in your face there. As this individual who is mostly robotic is flinging onto you and you them as you're both bruised and battered, arriving from that, but you obviously less hurt. Yeah.
Bjorn will kind of walk in and pat the robot thing on the back and be like, Ronnie, I like this one. He can fist fight. You need to keep him around.
We'll keep that in mind, Bjorn. Glad you're having fun.
Bjorn is grinning ear to ear.
Oh, hey, Gina. Is my brother... Oh, Ronnie! She hugs you without even a second's motion. A second to act, really, as she grabs you. And then she pulls off of you, like, really quickly. She draws her wand, and she's, like, casting magic on you. And she's like, oh, you stink. What the hell?
Really?
Yeah,
Ronnie
you
will
smell
kind
like...
of
just putridness. The fuck? Luckily, there's no patron. There's nobody here to deal with you. I mean,
Ronnie will
there
kinda,
are
like,
people
lean
here.
over, look at
Is that your friend?
He'll lean over to Arthur. Why didn't you tell me I smelled?
He also smells. Now that you don't have the stink on you, he smells too. You all were in the stomach of a dragon.
Yeah. Oh, we hitched a ride on a ship with, just rotten stuff in there. It was like a garbage barge.
Bioship. Oh, the garbage barge. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Well, yeah. I'll. Is that your friend then? I'll help him too. She casts prestidigitation on you as well, Arthur. She's like, yeah. You all smell lemony now. She
Bjorn
says-
will walk up behind Ronnie and just kind of like hug him from behind and lift him up and go, I like this place. And sets Ronnie back down and goes, who's that?
Bjorn, and he'll kind of wave Carver over too. These are all my friends. They're my allies. We've been working together for a while. Bjorn's more like a older brother, though. A lot of fun. Big dude.
Yeah.
Arthur.
Bjorn, this is Sonia, my little sister.
Yeah. She's not even saying anything yet. She's just casting magic on every one of you. She's like, yeah. Okay. Nice to meet you.
Bjorn stick his hand out to like take her hand.
She hasn't given
And
it. She does
Kind
not
of like
give
looks
it.
like, what do I do? And he goes, am I supposed to bow? What do I don't know.
I'm not
Arthur kinda, like,
royalty.
looks
Let's just go inside the bar now that you're all clean. Which seats were you sitting on?
Roddy's gonna look at Sonia and kind of like smirk and look at Bjorn. Oh, she loves hugs.
And Bjorn goes, oh. And he'll walk behind her, just wrap the arms and lift her up and go, I
She casts
like
Misty Step.
hugs too."
She casts Misty Step. The moment you go to touch her, she's gonna cast Misty Step.
Roddy's like,
What's
I do-
happening?
look, first to get the seams.
Arthur brings his hand up for a handshake and tells him, I do apologize for my associate. That big associate over there. Name's Arthur. Arthur Will.
Arthur, Will, your names are two first names. Okay.
Hey, it used
Great,
to be
great
Mills,
to meet
but
you.
Your
Are
brother
you
has
royalty? You look familiar to me.
been... do they actually know the Holmes, or are they,
They're saying that because you're heavily armored and you have a lot of nice stuff on you. That's it.
Oh.
But they wouldn't
You
know
would never-
otherwise.
Oh, you would never heard of me.
Okay, cool.
Sonia, he's not really royalty. He's more of a knight, really.
Oh, a
Unofficial.
knight. Very nice. I've met a couple. She winks at you when she says that. Away from Ronnie's sight.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
shoot.
gonna say.
yeah. She makes sure it's the off eye that you wouldn't be able to spot. She does turn around quickly enough for it to not be a matter, and says, "And you?" Talking to the tiefling.
Yeah.
What do they call you?
My name is Carzer Thalen, and sorcery is the game. Pleasure to meet you.
Oh my gosh. Does he have the same phrases, the same catchphrase as me? My name is Sonia, and magic's my game.
Well, aren't we two peas?
Holy crap! This is so cool. You have the best friends. Wow, this is amazing. I need to go to that planet that you went. Which one was it? Porting, whatever. Yeah. That's so cool. Listen, you guys all look like pretty strong fellas. Do you want to help me with the cattle out there?
Anything for a fellow member.
Okay. She kind of draws you all outside, takes you to a pickup truck that again is oversized, is like a semi truck, as wide as a semi truck. I want you to remember that, or at least realize that when it comes to airships and air vehicles, when they are prominent enough in society, hopefully in the next 5 years, if I have anything to say about it, they will be spacious fucking things. They will be massive things because parking is not going to be an issue. You will park wherever you decide to park. assuming you have the space. And if you're not in the city, then you don't have to worry about parking space. And thus these wide, massive, technically in our standards, it would be a truck. Well, not a truck. It'll be which one's between a semi and a truck? I forget every time. It's a big ass fucking vehicle with a big back. It has some cages on it, which are currently holding a couple of creatures. All of them are woolly type creatures. These are not the Brahmin. These are much higher grade meat. But their specialty is that they get very huge. Like these guys are right now currently large. They could be even bigger. They just need to be fed enough, and as much grass as there is here, you can tell that this is going to be the situation. If you guys wish to help these individuals, there are currently 4 of these beasts that all need to be led to the place to hold them effectively. How do you guys want to do this? How do you want to accomplish this task? It would be animal handling checks if you want to do one by one, or maybe collectively you work as a group to lead them in without doing the animal handling checks. I don't know. You let me know. What do you guys plan?
I'll try an animal handling check.
Yeah. So go for it. Yeah. Stubborn brute bastards these guys are, I'll tell you right now.
Sonia, do you got like a bundle of carrots in the back?
Yeah. No. I usually entice them with my magic until they sort of go to where I need them to. The only problem is that these things are pretty magical. They're like magical resistant. They have like this. They're look at them. They're hard to interact with magic. Look at Carzer. He can't even deal with it. I think he's trying to do the same trick. He's like, I imagine Carzer like has his wand trying to get him to follow the wand. He's like, look, it doesn't work.
Yep.
Can Bjorn physically try to drag one of these?
Yeah, you want to grab like the horns and like pull them over, like wrestle them into the position they need to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, make an intimidation check.
Once the group is trying to herd the animals, Arthur's gonna look at Sonia and ask, and says, "I heard your mother has been working to the bone. May I ask who is she working for?"
Yeah, my mom, the last job she picked up was some sort of decoration job in some well, you see, the thing is she worked on a couple of penthouses and we got a bit of scratch from there, and apparently word had gone through to a pretty rich noble to the west of us. It's about, I don't know, a day's drive away. But effectively, they paid up front, and they kind of liked what my mom had to offer. She did go to the city to get more supplies and stuff, but it seems like it must be a big job. It's a big house. You know how these rich people get. They're very selective.
Oh, yes.
They need the specific thing there.
Oh yes, I am quite aware of that.
She should have contacted Gina already.
Does this noble's name happen to be Rector or somewhere along those lines?
No, I don't think so.
Good.
It was a Vladimir Mascot or something around those lines. I don't know. Vladimir was the first name though. Something Ascot.
Arthur says, "Good.
Trash cot. One of those words is something.
Good, because it would be a nightmare if she has to deal with Rector."
Who?
Some noble I met a long time ago.
Okay.
Very, very picky.
Yeah.
Even extreme for other nobles as well.
Yeah. Either way, Bjorn, you take 1 point of damage as you're trying to deal with this guy that beats you back with a horn.
Can Bjorn rage and use his bear totem, which gives him advantage?
You want to burn a rage for this? For
yeah,
sure.
Once he gets hit, he kind of like, oh, fuck this.
Yeah. You go into rage and you move them over to the place that they need to be. That can happen. Burning a rage will give you a completion on one of them. Yes. Okay, that's one of them. There's 3 more of you and 3 more of them. What do you guys do?
Ronny will try an animal handling, but what he's going to do is if there's like any grass or ferns, he'll kind of pick up a handful of that and kind of like put it in front of the animal like its face to like give it like he wants to feed it, and then if it tries to go for it, he'll kind of slowly kind of pull it away to try and draw them out.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's not great.
No, for that one I'll take a deception.
Deception? Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. Definitely they are enticed by the feed that you're trying to show them. They keep being drawn by it, and you keep pulling it away, and they're so stupid of a beast to burden that they think if they just keep going forward, they'll eventually get it. And you know what? They eventually do get it when they're inside of the cage, inside of the hold at least. But definitely that's 2 down, 2 more to go.
Can Bjorn try to move another one while he's still
No.
enraged?
It takes you your whole rage and a lot of time for you to move that one guy over, because it's not like a minute process. It's like you guys spend like a good 12 minutes trying to lead these very slow creatures across. Just imagine smaller woolly mammoths. But
Carzer's gonna
no trunks.
clap his hands and try to dance and distract the cattle to come towards him.
Yeah. That would be a performance check. Easily enough. It is having the time of its life, this creature. In fact, for the first time, do any of you notice that they actually do have eyes, as this wide-eyed, almost ox, fully furred thing looks towards Carzer with a mouth agape. He's very much stuck in the Pied Piper's dance. Let's call it that. There's one left. Arthur, do you want to do something to get this one completed? If Arthur's not there, then Sonia will do it. She'll try again with her prestidigitation, although it wasn't working this entire time since she brought them inside. They kind of got clued in. It's like, hey, you're not giving us stuff. You're lying to us. Yeah, she does it. She is able to take them all.
Kind of help pushing from behind or something?
No, yeah. They all eventually end up in the pen. They're locked up. She kind of looks at one and says, "Aw, he'll be gone soon." And she smiles, but she walks back with all of you to return to the tavern. Does the tavern have a name?
I would imagine it was probably named after his mom, so I'm guessing Maria's place.
Okay. Is that what we're canonically calling it?
Yeah, sure. That sounds homey and nice.
All right.
There'd be like a neon sign, probably like the silhouette of a lady with like a pint.
Yeah. Is it like one of those neon signs that are moving?
Yeah, like maybe like the pint gets raised after every few seconds.
I imagine, and stop me if I'm wrong, but I imagine that they have a mug on one hand and a couple of cards on the other, and you see the back of the cards, and then when the drink is up, you see the front of the cards, which is just a good set of cards. Obviously, it's like a king and an ace, and a random 3 actually. But either way, as you get all the meat to the area it should be in, the food continues to come out if you require it. So it would still be that Brahmin meat though, and the drinks could be had after this. But really, honestly, the game is all yours to do what you guys wish to do. We could spend the rest of our lives in this tavern and just live with Ronnie's mom.
That'd be hilarious. But since she hasn't been back and it's been all this time, Ronnie gets kind of serious now, and he looks over at Sonia. Sonia, Mom's been gone forever. What aren't you telling me? Something's wrong.
I mean, again, the only thing I need to ask is see if Gina got a message from her. She should have been on her way. If not, she would have informed us. But yeah.
Can Ronnie really look at his sister? Is she hiding something or not saying something? Is her demeanor when Ronnie gets serious? Does she change?
No, not at all. She's very happy-go-lucky. She likes to joke a lot about stuff, even though she's generally serious about whatever she's actively doing. And while she would be joking with you about an off-topic thing, when you raise the question about your mom, she gets serious and she just says, no, let's just ask Gina what happened with the light flux. That'll usually give you the best details, because if you aren't able to, you can always send a digital message that is written, or you could send that one a day verbal message, which is usually a little faster and much nicer for contacting people because you get to hear their voice. But she kind of goes through the logs of this thing, and it's weird because every time a light flux is shown to you guys, it looks like they're just scrolling the air. Nobody sees anything. So then she just eventually hands you the light flux, and it sort of activates for you, and you can sort of see it, Ronnie, and you're sort of reading the messages. They're just saying, oh, it looks like I'm gonna be here for 3 more days. The client is looking for a change of an order and stuff like that. These are all just the written ones. And your sister, she says, yeah, she was supposed to call today. She said she'll call every 3 days, and that she's gone. This would be the 3rd day. We're either going to wait for the call, although it is way past the time she would have done it.
Arthur telepathically talks to Ronnie and asks, is that noble that Symphony was talking about Rector's public name?
Rector's?
No.
No.
Vladimir.
Is Vladimir Rector's public name?
Oh, no.
Ronnie probably knows a lot of Richter's aliases, but that one doesn't ring a bell. Ronnie kind of thinks a little bit. Does he recognize the name Vladimir? Does he know who that person is?
Just yeah,
20.
DC was 20, baby.
30.
There you go. So you do recognize the name. The name is very synonymous for old Earth myths. There was the Vladian Plagueler. That has nothing to do with that. It's maybe Vladimir Ostaj, which is the creator of the first spaceship capable of reaching light speed. Is not him. No. The one that's Vladimir around these parts is a mogul of how do I say they're in the trade of now I'm trying to think of what's the most uncouth way for me to put this. They're a pimp. They're a fucking pimp. They're effectively in charge of many of the brothels in the larger cities. You'd go to Vladimir's place. That's what they're all called. So there's like a Vladimir's place number 43 in like planet whatsoever, what have you, and effectively that's where he's earned his money. There is not one in Eien.
You see Ronnie's face when he realizes this go a shade of red. He is absolutely pissed off. Sonia, and he's like shaking with rage. This has only maybe happened once or twice that she knows of. Is Mom on Eien still?
Yeah.
You know, he shakes his head like I want to say he got like halfway through that sentence, pulls out one of the scrolls and uses the scroll of sending to his mom. And it's going to be very short. Mom, I'm home. Come home now, please.
Ron.
Or I might do something stupid.
There's about a minute of silence. 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Nothing went through, must have, or they aren't able to respond.
Well,
Now
I
Ronnie's
guess I'll-
worried.
Maybe she's sleeping at the moment.
In the middle of the day.
No, there's something wrong. There's something really wrong here. Sonia, do you know exactly where she headed to?
Yeah, she goes to past Gina actually to grab a bunch of papers. She goes through the ledger of some sort, and eventually she does pull out what seems to be just an envelope. You can tell that that's where the bank slip was at, but she does pull out like the rest of the information. The bank slip receipt is there, but the rest of the information does tell you like the location and all that stuff. It's a proper contract. In fact, you can see that your mom was hired to redecorate the household of this Vladimir fella. It was proposed to be a week job. She's already been there past a week at this time.
Ronnie will like flat out like tell the guys, this Vladimir guy, he's not somebody who's reputable at all. He's a pimp. He runs a brothel. He runs all sorts of other places for rich pricks to get laid.
Yeah,
And,
based off the stipulations on the contract, though, your mom is going to get paid double for each day she's working. So technically, if she's running this guy's money dry a bit just to get a little nest egg there, this might be that situation. It could also be that the job just requires this much time, but the contract is pretty heavily on her favor.
So basically what it's implying, if she is, and I'm going to use air quotes here, redecorating, she's getting paid a lot for redecorating.
Yeah. She's already at $2,000, 2,000 gold at this moment. It was $500 contract, 500 gold contract. I keep saying dollars. What the fuck? Because I live in the real world. That's why. It was a 500 gold contract, and again, it doubles the 500 gold for each day. So right now she's at 2K.
Yeah, if Ronnie's mom is basically like doing stuff on the side. No kid wants to know their mom's doing stuff on the side.
It's not that stuff. It's not that stuff. She's redecorating the house. Whatever she's doing on her personal time there, that's off to her, okay?
You want to look at Ronnie and go, do I need to break his face?
Arthur, like,
I really
Arthur says
love
no.
that idea right now.
Also,
Arthur kinda
do you
looks
guys
at them.
wish to contact Eien to pick you up?
Eien.
Yeah, your people in Eien.
Oh.
Or are you gonna do the wish where you'll transport wherever the hell you want, anyways?
I think we're gonna hold off just yet.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if we really need the savior here, at least right away. But
could teleport the savior here.
that's a good point. You could
How?
wish for the savior just to appear.
That's beyond some people's power, I think.
It's a wish spell. Come on.
Is it? He just offered you a wish. He didn't say it was gonna be the wish spell. What do you guys do?
Yeah, Ronnie, if he's able to piece out a location, he's like, all right, guys, we're gonna have to ride over there. I think my mom might be in some sort of trouble. Either that or she's, tongue-tied at the moment. But either way, I'm gonna get to the bottom of it.
Okay.
Are you
Bjorn
jumping-
kind of,
Are you sure you're not just jumping the gun like you usually do?
Hey, what is that supposed to mean?
I mean, we did kind of jump the gun when we teleported to.
Hey, it
Teleport to
wasn't
that-
my fault we got a hit put out on us. That was you and Bjorn. So if anybody is reckless out of the three of us, it is definitely you two.
then Bjorn will kind of like ball his fist, and his knuckles will pop, and he goes, "All you have to do is ask, and I'll crush his face."
I appreciate that, and I'm definitely putting a pin in that, Bjorn, because I would love nothing more, especially if he's getting my mother to do something, uncouth. Quite frankly, I might cut his nuts off.
Arthur telepathically reminds Ronnie that we don't need another bounty on our head.
I've already collected one or two. What's another one?
What's another one?
Speaking of which, Ronnie will look at Sonia and he'll be kind of cryptic about this, but he'll go, so since I've been gone, you guys haven't heard anything about, the guild ships and deals that I've been on, right?
The only news that kind of came from port, I guess, would be that it's free now. It's no longer. I thought they were already not slaves when Adasor was destroyed, but they're claiming that like the planet is free now. So I guess that's cool. Is that what you're talking about?
But you heard about me being involved with those rumors, right?
Which
Or was it
the
just
the freeing of the world? Did you do it? I didn't know that.
Is Sonia like reading Ronnie right now? Is she kind of like trying to play coy?
No, she's really honestly unsure of the news. It's kind of like she heard it in passing kind of deal, and it's cool to hear that a planet is no longer gripped by whatever it's gripped by, and again the information being spread out is more like planet Ayala now free from its curse. And you can imagine that like she heard all that minus the last bit because she was walking past whatever report that was. She didn't care too much about it. She's very blasé like that. But as
she's a kid.
she's looking at you, she's sort of cluing in that yeah, you were involved in that because why the hell would you even mention it otherwise, you know? And she knows that you're capable as well. So she's not like she's in fact more curious of it, and she says, well, I mean, I'd like to hear about it more. What happened over there in the planet port?
It's a bit of a long story, and honestly, you probably wouldn't believe all of it. But
Tell-
Let's worry
Especially,
about getting our mom back first.
Yeah, tell me on the ride
Especially
there.
the-
Come on, let's get in the truck.
okay. Let's get on, move on.
Yeah. You guys get in the truck. You probably download her with some of the information of about what happened down in Ayala.
Oh yeah, it'd be
Minus the
all the
time
crazy
traveling.
stuff.
Minus the
minus-
time traveling.
Mine's the time
Mine is the
traveling. You don't
time
tell her
traveling.
about the time traveling?
It'd probably just confuse her anyway, but Ronnie will definitely lay on thick, about, just how crazy port is, about the gas that changes people, about the dragons that are there, all the creatures they fought, all the, different people he's met, talk about Adisor, and how they've pretty much put a stop to the dude.
She kind of turned to she'll turn to Carzer first, saying, "You dealt with this too?"
I did as well. We faced Adisor and
Wait.
destroyed him.
Adisor? What?
Yes.
At this point, she's just laughing a bit, and she says, "So, you guys fought like one of Adisor's contingencies or something, or?"
No, we fought him.
And man, the myth, the legend, if you can call him a man.
Did he die like 12 years ago?
Sort
What's
of.
going on?
Okay.
What's going on?
Alright, maybe I need a better explanation about this when we're like in a better setting. Maybe not in a car where I can barely look at your eyes as she's sort of driving. She does say, I mean, from what I know of that creature, I know they're very powerful and they caused the falls of the legends. Remember, Ronnie, when we were like scared to even step outside because what if Adisor came knocking? Well, I guess Mom kind of played it up a bit to give us frights in our bed, or well, me, I guess, because you were a little older than me anyway. So I guess I was the only one scared. Yeah, that's
I'm
Arthur
tough
kinda
anyway.
Arthur kind of I remembered that when to scare my younger brother, those stories.
you have siblings too.
Yeah, younger brother, older sister.
Oh, you're the middle child.
You can say that.
Okay, that's nice. Just as long as you weren't the older one, older ones always have something to prove. I think she kind of rolls her eyes towards Ronnie, and drives along. It doesn't take more than 40 minutes for you guys to arrive to this place. Again, airships, air vehicles, pretty fast things, as long as you weren't in port 2 weeks ago, where everything is
Uh-huh.
literally at 5 feet per round, legit. And as you're zooming past at about 80 feet per round at this point, to be honest with you, it goes fast. This thing has functional legendary actions every once in a while. But effectively, as you arrive to this massive castle of a place, you approach Vladimir's doorstep, having walked several feet. Your sister Sonia says she'll wait by the car, if anything. But you guys could do what you do as excuse me, you approach this place.
I hate to do it to y'all, but I have fire training tomorrow, so I got to get off and go to bed.
Okay.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say I should probably part 2. I've gotta go to work in the morning, and
We've been
Yeah,
playing
kind of an early
for
start to my night.
several hours, guys. Look, I could tell you how long. 3 hours.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's been a
Um,
long session. It's been fun though. I love it.
It would
It's been
be
awesome.
great to pick up from right in front of this door, I think. But yeah,
Three people tried to hold Callow while Arthur was trying to fish out information.
oh
That's
god,
Alright.
definitely interesting.
Nice.
Have a good night.
No, you guys.
Thank you for playing.
Well,
Thank y'all.
see you guys next week.
Yes.